What's up, guys? It's Missy. I am back with another SimCity Buildit video, and this is the goals/levels unlock video. Now, I want to talk to you guys about when you should level up and when you should not, and how you know. Now, many of you guys will conversate on apps or websites like Reddit, Facebook, groups, things like that. And I see a lot of you guys getting mixed information and or giving mixed information. Now, first off, whenever you're giving advice to somebody, don't just give advice because you heard it from one person, but you have no actual proof that what you're saying is actually true, right? Now, secondly, don't believe everything you hear and everything you read. So many of you guys will ask for advice on these forums, and the people that you're getting advice from are very inexperienced themselves, okay? So, or they think they know something, but really they don't. And I wanted to explain how you guys can get the answer for yourself so that you don't have to go and ask anybody, right? So that you can go, and I'm going to give you the tools to research it yourself. Now, here's what I do whenever anybody asks me a question of when should I level up and when should I not level up. There's a couple or several key things that I look at, okay? Now, first off, I look at the goals and I look at what is affected. That is number one, okay? How it affects your gameplay. And this goes for any decision, okay? So when you guys decide, you know what, I'm this level and I need to know if I should proceed on to the next level. And the thing that we were talking about in the CPT video that I had put out this morning, we were talking about going from level 19 to level 20. Now, many people, they will level up to level 19 and then they will stop at level 20. Or what a lot of you guys do is you're at a certain level and then you come across my videos, or you realize, hey, I need to stop leveling up so quickly, otherwise I'm not going to be able to find storage items, right? And so what many of you do is you stop dead in your tracks, okay? And you're like, you know what? The more items I unlock, the less I'm going to see storage on global. Therefore, I'm parking my ass right here and I ain't leaving. And that's what a lot of you guys do. And I cannot begin to explain how much of a mistake that is, because you're not analyzing where you're at. And that is what is so detrimental to your success, okay? For example, let's pretend for a minute that you came across my videos and you're level 19. And you decide that you're going to camp your ass at level 19. That is the biggest mistake you can make. And I'm going to show you why. Because you guys need to start analyzing how your choices affect your gameplay. When you level up, you need to look at what changes within the game. How does this change benefit you, and how does it affect you? Now, at level 19, you guys have animal feet, or wait, no, sorry. At level 19, you guys unlock glass and caps, right? Now, you've already unlocked all that stuff. So when you guys go up to level 20, you guys are talking about, wait a minute here. Why? Okay, sorry. That was a different thought process from yesterday. So you guys are going to go up to level 20 and you're going to unlock smoothies and ladders, okay? You're also going to unlock the fashion store at level 19. Okay, so you're going to start making quite a bit of money with the caps at level 19. So many of you guys know that. Now, when you hit level 20, you're going to get the silver tokens, and you're going to get the road upgrade, but that doesn't matter because you're not upgrading your roads. And then you're going to get the entertainment category. The silver tokens is what is key here. So even though you unlock the smoothies and the ladders, how much is that really going to affect your algorithm? I mean, do you see the global market just flooded with ladders? And smoothies, not really. And if you look at how is it going to affect the contest of mayors, well, even if you did get a production for smoothies, it's a 24-minute task to make, or 24 minutes to make a smoothie when you have a maxed out shop. So I think it's what, 30 minutes or something for you guys? I'd have to double check the production guide, but it doesn't take long, okay? And so even if you did get that, you should be stocked up on melons anyways for things like the contest of mayors. That's something that you should be holding anyways. Now, that's not going to affect your algorithm so bad that it's just going to screw your whole day up. But the way that it will affect your game is you're going to unlock silver tokens, which means you're going to be producing things at a ×4 rate that you didn't have before. So think about how many more assignments that you can get done more quickly. Now, the entertainment category is another added benefit because, for instance, when limited time buildings come up or sales, you can buy them when they're on sale. You can use them to boost your pop to unlock parts of the airport. But more importantly, it's for the silver tokens, okay? Now, let's say that you are between level 20 and 24. You have absolutely no reasons, no benefits whatsoever to remain below level 24. Okay, between level 20, if you've proceeded past level 20 and you're floating between levels 20 and 24, you might as well go up to level 24 because you have nothing really holding you back. Okay, and I'm going to explain why. So for you people that are at level 23, let's analyze how going up to level 24 is going to affect your gameplay. Well, let's see. You only unlock bread rolls. Now, do bread rolls flood the market? No. And they're not going to fuck up your algorithm like at all. So throw that out the window, which is the main reason why people don't want to level up, is because of how it's going to affect their algorithm. And when I say algorithm, what I really mean by that is when you go on to the global market, you have the items that are more visible to you versus the ones that are not, right? Ones that pop up more often and ones don't. The more items you have unlocked, the lower the chances of a rare item being shown to you in the global HQ. Now, you also have to understand that certain aspects of the game are also restricted from you. And, mind you, that a lot of how you obtain your storage is by depot hopping, okay? You're going to have less depots accessible. So actually, some of the better depots to find storage in is right around level 25 to level 33. Those are like the best depots because the level 24 and below players are either brand new players that aren't going to be level 24 for very long because they're climbing up and they don't care and they're selling their shit regardless, or they're people that have feeders and they're not looking to sell their shit. They're buying, right? Now, the level 24 and 33 players, those are the players that are screwing up. They don't know what they're doing. They are at a point in the game where they're selling shit that they really should keep because, again, they don't know what they're doing. And those depots are always the ones that are packed full with paint and ladders and melons and storage. Take a look next time that you're on the global market, okay? And you're searching around and start analyzing which depots sell the best items. And more often than not, it's the level 24 to 33 players. Now, of course, you are going to find rares from low-level players. It does happen. Now, how many of those rares are sold by the time you get there? I'm talking about the ones that you actually see visible on your screen that you click on. Now, okay, analyze how many storage or rare items you get from opinion bubbles, from Daniel, from trading with group members, pass rewards, not the VU pass, but other limited time promotions that pop up, things like that. That's where the majority of your rares are going to come from. Now, you can search global and you can buy things and stuff like that. That is a good way to up your storage. But your algorithm is not going to be so affected that that's just going to go right out the window and you're never going to see another rare again because you unlocked a fucking bread roll. Okay? That's ridiculous. In fact, it really doesn't make a standing impact on your gameplay until level 30. Okay? Realistically, between levels 24 and 29, you are going to notice you're going to notice a decrease in stuff, and I'm going to show you why that is. Once you proceed past level 24, and you want to know why everybody here, when this sale came up, notice how I didn't make a video telling you guys to jump up to level 25 to unlock gambling or whatever it is. I'm going to tell you why that is. Okay? I could have told you to. I could have said, hey, everybody, jump up to level 25 and take advantage of the gambling sale. There's a huge reason why I did not tell you guys to do that. If you look at the level unlocks here, when you go from level 24 to level 25, you're going to unlock ice cream sandwiches, blue textiles, cheese, the regional store. Okay, so if you are going to unlock a regional map, you would have unlocked regional maps as well. Of course, you would ignore that feature, right? You would not be unlocking a regional map at level 25. And then you get the factory item from the regional as well, of course, right? So you're adding that item plus the regionals if you were to take advantage of that feature. Then you have the fast food restaurant to make the ice cream, right? The building supply store, you're going to get the level 1 time discount and the level 1 time discount for the garden supplies. So that's your benefit. Okay, that's what you would benefit. You would benefit from the 2 time discounts, which are what, 15% time discounts or 10% on the first one, if I remember right, which is like nothing. Okay, I mean, it's beneficial, yes, but it's not worth killing your algorithm over to unlock ice cream, blue text, and cheese. All 3 of those will destroy your algorithm. Okay, they're going to definitely have a lasting impact. Now, the gambling category, another reason that I don't tell you guys to do that. First off, it's not a very popular category when it comes to doing epic projects. Even if it was, if gambling is the one that you want to do epics in and you're following the Missy's Building Guide, you could go up in level to do just gambling if you really wanted to, but you need to remember that there's a specific way that you need to go about doing that. And I'm going to have a video about that because you're going to want to purchase a specific style of gambling buildings. Now, if you look in the gambling category, you'll notice that you don't have 4-pointers in that category, right? You have the hotspots, which can be upgraded to 5 points. But at this point in the game, you're not going to be at that point. Okay, you're not going to have the regional pop to upgrade a hotspot that high without going past level 25. Now, the couple of buildings, the couple of gambling casinos or whatever in there that are worth 3 points, they're relatively cheap in comparison to having to level up and really fuck up your game. So, no, I would not tell somebody to level up just for the damn sale, okay? Now, that is how you're analyzing when you level up. So when CPT, for example, when he moves into the phase 2 of the Missy's Building Guide, what he will have accomplished is every single thing on the Missy's Building Guide, and he will have every single residential map on his screen maxed out and at gold, okay? So now what's he have to do? If his storage is maxed, land is maxed, beach and mountain, everything's gold epics. He's got tons of resources, all 4 maxes. What does he have to hold him back from proceeding on to the next level? Well, the contest of mayors would be about it, right? So that, and then the fact that he has other epics that he needs to get done, so he needs to start going up in level. Now, he's still going to be able to win the contest of mayors when he goes up to level 25, because he's not going to be unlocking a regional map like a dumbass. He's going to listen to me, and he's not going to do that. And he'll be able to start upgrading his regular residentials, he'll have to max out his houses before he can convert them to epic projects. And so when you hit phase 2 of the Missy's Building Guide, that is going to be your goal. You're going to upgrade a regular residential to max, and you're going to convert it to a gold epic before upgrading or leveling up any further. And you're going to proceed to do that all the way up to level 29. That's where you're going to park it. And you're not going to leave level 29 until you are ready to quit playing COM competitively. Because once you unlock Omega, you can kiss playing COM competitively for cheap, goodbye. And notice how I said for cheap, because it's going to be expensive, okay? Now, you're going to be set up, you guys, with the Missy's Building Guide. Even if you wanted to fuck up your city, at that point, you really can't fuck up, right? I mean, what are you going to do to fuck up your city? I mean, unless you went and bulldozed everything, but even then, you're still going to be better off than 90% of people at that point in the game, okay? Now, this stuff, you guys, this is pretty much no-brainer type stuff when you start getting up to this point. A lot of people, they camp. For example, how many people here are camping and they're past level 25, but they're camping to find rare items? Okay, so how many people here are level 38 and camping? Well, they didn't even realize that they're really hurting themselves, because if you look at the guide here, you don't even unlock anything at 39, 40, and 41. No items anyway. So you're restricting yourself from making money is all you're doing. I mean, essentially, you're just unlocking time discounts. So anybody here that is level 38 and is camping, you need to level up, right? And then look at the algorithm change for microwaves and popcorn, okay? The microwaves and popcorn are not going to fuck up your algorithm that much, if at all. You never see those because they're not worth making, right? So you're really restricting yourself from making more money is all you're doing. That's it. Now, if you really pay attention, you guys, looking at this level unlocks list here, when you hit level 29, you're going to unlock barbecues, electrical, drills, lawnmowers, and the regional items, store item number 2, okay? Now, you're also going to unlock your 9th factory. But at level 30, that's when you're, oh, okay, the way this shit's typed drives me nuts. Okay, so level 30, you unlock drills, mowers, and the regional store item 2. Level 29, you get barbecues and electrical. So level 31, you get burgers, right? That's really going to fuck your day up. Burgers and cheese fries, okay? Level 31, 32, 33 are all extremely bad, okay? Those are the danger zone. Burgers, suits, cheese fries, couch, those couple items, that's it. Your algorithm, poof, gone. It's just shit, okay? Those 4 items are the worst, okay? Now, burgers flood the fucking market. Suits, they're up there. They flood it pretty bad, too. Cheese fries? Oh, my God. If ever I just wanted to shoot my screen, dude. Cheese fries are so aggravating because I don't understand why people even make them, to be honest with you. I really don't. Like, why would you ever make cheese fries? It's just beyond me. The amount of effort it goes in to making cheese and then over donuts, like, I don't understand that. And it's so aggravating because when you look at how the global market works, essentially it's all supply and demand. You have all these items thrown out there for available for purchase. So it's not that SimCity is saying, you know what, we're going to only show you burgers. What happens is they put everything out there, and then the good items get purchased so fast that and there's so few of them that they have to disperse them evenly, right, between everybody. And when you have people restricted to certain levels and items that they can actually see, it makes it really, really hard to find anything decent. So, I mean, it makes sense why there's so many burgers and suits and things like that on the global market because of supply and demand. It just sucks, right? But then again, what's challenging about this game is the algorithm. When you think about it, what makes this game challenging is the fact that items are hard to obtain, right? So, for example, what makes an epic project difficult? Well, having the items to donate them, right? Okay, so if you're limited to the amount of items you can hold, then you have to plan better, okay? So let's say for a minute that SimCity allowed us to have an infinite amount of storage. Would the game be challenging? No, not at all. It would be so easy, in fact, that you wouldn't have anything to really do. Because, think about it. If you could stock up on every single item in massive quantities, what reason would you even need coins? You wouldn't. Essentially, you would eliminate coins altogether from the game because you wouldn't be buying anything. You'd just be producing and holding on to everything. And essentially, when you look at it like that, they don't allow you to do that with the amount of storage provided, right? So what people will do is they will have, let's say, 5, 6, 7, 10 cities, all with max storage, and they'll say, okay, I'm going to hold 20 of these specific items on this city, okay? And then they say, okay, these specific items I'm holding on this city. And they hold them in mass quantities. So this city holds 10 different items, this city holds 10 different items, and then each city has whatever items it is that it produces on a continual basis. And this way, it eliminates the feature of having to spend coin. Because essentially, that's really all you spend coin on is product, right? And then stuff within the game. But you're going to get taxes and you're going to be selling items. So when you look at it like that, what makes the game challenging is storage management. It's knowing what to produce for money, what to hold, and what not to hold. Now, when you guys are on your game and people say things like, oh, you know, it would be really cool if Global had a search feature. No, it wouldn't. It would completely destroy the game, right? Because now, how is an epic project challenging? It's not. You can just type in what you need. So where's the challenge? The challenge is saying, you know what? I need to hold this many of this item, and I need to hold that many of this, and that is what makes it challenging. Being able to buy whatever you needed at any time, what reason would you have to run your production plans in any other way than just to benefit you for money? You wouldn't. So if everybody produced only the items that require that yield a high profit, you wouldn't see anything else on the global market. You would see only the items that produce a high profit. Now, if you pay very close attention, the items that yield a high profit are also items that are in high demand in the game. You think that's an accident? You think that the game is asking us for an obscene amount of nails on a continual basis for VU repair, for house upgrades, for all this other stuff on accident? Or what about donuts? Those are also a very high profitable item, and it asks for those all the time. Now, how often do you get asked for a burger? Not very often, right? And when you do, how many times do you just refresh? All the time. So even when you have an epic project and you're doing an epic project, I mean, how often do you really donate 5 burgers to your pointers? You try to find something else because those are so expensive, right? So, yeah, I do. You know, what it comes down to is they're trying to keep the game alive, in a sense, by making it challenging. Now, if what ends up happening is people get money hungry, right? Now, shit adds up quick. Everybody buying a $4.99 pass, that shit adds up fast. So when you really look at why you downloaded the game versus why you're playing it now, you're your interests start to change. Okay? So once you have max storage, what is your plan after that? Your plan, what so many people think that the game is focused on getting the max storage, and that is the game. No, that's not the game. The game is trying to manage everything. The items, the storage, the money, the shops, what to produce, what not to produce, you know, all this stuff. It's all equally important. Now, pay attention, okay? Because if you look at it like this and you say, well, if global had a search feature, how many people would prep for epics? Nobody. You wouldn't need to. How many people would want max storage? Nobody. Why would you need max storage? What reason do you have to hold that many items if you can just go get what you need at any time? You wouldn't, right? So the Contest of Mayors feature, it pretty much forces people to produce items that you wouldn't otherwise produce. And that's what keeps the global market alive. That's what keeps you from just seeing all of like one item all the time. So yes, we do see a lot of burgers and things like that, but essentially that really comes down to people are producing them out of ignorance. How many people here actually get an assignment to produce burgers? Not many, right? It's very rare that you get that assignment. How many people produce burgers because they actually think that it is beneficial? So essentially, we as a SimCity community are destroying our own game, right? We're destroying the algorithm by producing these burgers. Now, you think it's an accident that people burger farm? They go out and they buy these burgers in mass quantities and then they sell them to the sim bubbles that pop up, right? They're being disposed of in the game. So ask yourself this. What are the only items in the game that we have no control over? Rares. Not airport rares, because we have control over that. But rare items, VU. We have control over that. We can buy those. In a sense, we do. Not really. But for the most part, it's rares. Okay? So when you look at it like that, those are the only items in the game that SimCity has full and complete control over. We can't produce them. So where do all these locks and cameras and bars come from if we're not producing them? Do you think people are buying them with cash and selling them on global? I would think not. I would hope not. Okay, so all of these rares that people are selling on the global market, where are they coming from? Opinion bubbles, right? That's the majority. They're coming from pass rewards, opinion bubbles. Of course, you're buying them on global, but where did they originate? Where did they come from originally? Before they were placed on the global market for sale, where did that rare come from? It came from the game. The game gave it to somebody from at some point, right? So a lot of people will say, well, how do you get VU items? Okay, well, just like rares, or just like Beach or Dozer or whatever, you can buy them with cash, of course. But where do they come from when you're not paying cash? Pass rewards? What else? Opinion bubbles. So how do you, as a higher level player, get more opinion bubbles? Because as a low level player, you're constantly having this change within your game. So I want to show you guys something. When you look at my map here, you will notice that I don't really have a whole lot of opinion bubbles. The people aren't talking very much, right? They're not blabbing a whole lot. Now, notice how they're blabbing about the roads over here? Okay, if I was to take away specialization buildings and start redesigning my city, just start placing stuff out and about around the people, you're going to notice that they start to talk again, right? They start, all of a sudden you'll start seeing, oh, they're talking about parks or landmarks or whatever the case may be. Now, when you're a lower level player, you're constantly moving stuff around, placing new things. So you're getting opinion bubble after opinion bubble. And you're popping them, and you're getting rares at a higher rate, and that's why. So how many people here never really move anything on their map? So their people aren't yik-yakking very much. If you rotate shit on your map frequently, you're going to get a lot more opinion bubbles. See? See that? Now, they just like to talk. So you start taking stuff away, putting something else down, and moving, you know, your categories around and things like that, and you'll start to notice that they talk a lot more. And this is going to have a huge impact on the amount of rares that you get. So maybe one day try it out. You know, try moving some stuff around and realize how many you get from doing this. And, you know, it helps quite a bit. And then you'll also notice that you will start to see these video ads pop up quite a bit. You get the stuff over here. They start talking about how they want schools. Then you give them a school, right? Then they start talking about how they're so smart. Then take away the school, and now they'll start wanting schools again, and things like that. And so you're getting more and more rares, and you're popping them, and you're also going to be achieving your Mayor's Mansion goal as well, so there's benefit there. But, I mean, also take a look at these. You can make quite a bit of money through these if you do the math and pay close attention. Now, you want to do these quite frequently, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people do it when they're really low level, but high level players, they quit doing it. And you'll start to notice that, hey man, it actually does work. It really does help. And so that's how you're going to benefit in that aspect. Now, what the hell popped up here? Is it the Santa shop? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, it's just bitching at me. I already got that one out, don't I? Yeah, I already got it out. Okay, so it's just bitching at me. What does it want? I don't want it out. Shut up. Okay. Now, it would be pretty intelligent to probably sell off a lot of these items, the medieval items and stuff, because it's the last day of that shop. And also, you guys, make sure that you go through any of your building requests. Okay, so upgrades and such, anything like that, and hit refresh when that shop closes, because I saw a lot of people asking why they were getting requests for the sports store after it had closed. And it was because they hadn't refreshed their building material requirements since the shop had closed down. So once the shop closes, go ahead and hit that refresh button. So essentially, you guys just set, you guys really, you want to set goals, and you want to look at the levels and just consider everything. Just analyze stuff. And really, that's what it comes down to, is people just need to put the littlest bit of effort and research goes a long fucking way. Okay, a lot of the answers that you seek are in front of your face. They're right in front of you. You know, for example, this type of deal here. When you guys look at this sale here, okay, it tells you how to achieve this. So people are like, well, how do I get pink points? Okay, well, look at what it's telling you. It says right in front of you, it says earn event points from purchases. Tap info for details. So you hit the info button here, which is this little eye, and it tells you the rewards for your purchase. Okay? So it's pretty standard that it's telling you that the only way to get these points is through buying stuff. Now, when you go to the contest of mayors here, if you hit the FAQ section, a lot of the answers that you guys seek are right here in this guide right here. Now, I want to talk to you guys about something very interesting that happened to somebody in this game. Now, I want to know if anybody here has had this issue, and I want you guys to listen to everything I say before saying that you've had this issue, okay? When you guys are when you hit level 24, you're going to unlock epic projects, okay? Now, this person hasn't had an epic project available at all. Now, of course, everybody's going to jump in and say all of the basic stuff, and I'm telling you that that is not the case here. Now, here's something very interesting about this. This person is, I'm going to show you, he's actually on my friends list here. Okay, he's level 28, and he has epic projects unlocked as far as the fact that he's level 28. Now, what's very interesting is he's never had an epic project available. Now, if you look very closely at his map, he has plenty of regular residential buildings max upgrade. Okay, so that's not it. He also has several specialization categories placed around his map, so that's not it. He also has the Department of Epics placed out on his map, so that's definitely not it. Now, that being said, he's got fully regular residentials. He's past level 24. He's got the coverage. He's got the Department of Epics. What the hell is going on in his game that's not allowing him to do epic projects? I can't figure it out, okay? Now, he picked a specific age, so, you know, he's above the age requirements. That's a fact because he's able to connect to Facebook, right? So that's not it. Now, if you look here, he definitely has the Department of Epics. But what's really interesting is he sent me screenshots of his map. And if you look at his buildings, like in the menu, when you hit level 24, your menu should change where it says epic points, okay? And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about for those of you who don't know. When you click on the buildings, when you're below level 24, you see pop boost, you see the area coverage. For example, when you click on something, see how it says price, epic points, boost, and area. Now, the moment that you hit level 24 and you place that department, you know, you place the Department of Epics down when you hit a specific level, I believe it's 16, and you unlock bronze tokens, right? So you're able to use tokens, which he's used his tokens, so that's definitely not it either. Now, once you hit level 24, you will notice that the epic points section of your screen will tell you how many epic points that building is worth. His does not tell him. It doesn't have anything there. And what's so bizarre to me is why? Why is he level 28, but he can't see the epic point value on his buildings? It doesn't make sense. Now, I'm racking my brain over here going, how in the hell is this possible? He's got the coverage, he's max upgrade, and all this stuff. It's crazy because I'm sitting here trying to think of anything that would cause that. And I can't think of anything that would cause that other than the game has some sort of malfunction. Okay? So I advised him to contact the technical support on EA. And if anybody here has this issue, and please make sure that you have fully upgraded regular residential homes. Make sure that they're within the vicinity of a specialization category. Make sure that you are past level 20, or that you're level 24 and above, and that you have the Department of Epics actually placed on your map. He has every government building out there. He also went through the tutorial of, you know, like when they tell you about the tokens and things like that. So if essentially it really doesn't make sense. Now, I'm certain that somebody out there has to have had this happen to them. And I'm sure that many of you went out to get help for that. And you're like, what the hell's going on? And people are telling you, oh, you need to upgrade a regular residential home to max. And you probably are in the same situation as him where that hasn't mattered. Now, the reason that I know it's that something definitely is not right here is because regardless of all that stuff, once you hit level 24, you should see the epic points on your buildings here. That doesn't make sense why you wouldn't have that. So if you don't have that, something is wrong with your game, okay? And you're getting deprived of a very important feature of the game. And I wouldn't be having for that at all. I'd be contacting EA. Now, what you need to do, because the first thing they're going to do is give you the same response that many people are going to give you when you go to a group. They're going to tell you the basics, like everything that I had just discussed. So when you go to EA, if you're somebody who's had this issue, screenshot your menu, screenshot the fact that you have regular residentials fully upgraded, click on your Department of Epics and make sure that, you know, there's no timer there because there is a cooldown, but of course if you had this issue, you wouldn't have that, right? Make sure that you screenshot that you have a building near a category and screenshot the fact that it is on your map. Once you've done all of that, type in a detailed message explaining to them all of this stuff so that you don't get a response that says, do you have a regular residential upgrade maxed out? Don't do that, because you know what? You don't want to end up with a response like that, because then you got to send it back and tell them everything that we just discussed. Now, regardless of all of that, this menu should say how many epic points you have, and if it doesn't, then there's something wrong. So if anybody here has had this issue and you got an actual solution, you actually know what it is, please put it in the comments below so that we can help the other people that are facing this issue. Now, he did go ahead and restart the game. He reinstalled it, connected his save, and again, it did not make a difference. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there. Now, I know in the past that there was an issue with the graphics of the game, where some people didn't have any cars or street lights or airplanes or whatever. So I don't know if it's maybe something similar to that that's going on, but he does not need an update. He's never had an epic project. So he's level 28 and he's never had one available. Now, looking back at all of these people that asked questions, when I was reading through some forums, I'm kind of wondering how many people out there are faced with the same issue and just don't really realize what's going on, because maybe they have went through all this stuff and they're having this issue as well. And if that's the case, then we need to start figuring out what it is so that we can fix it. So again, please don't comment, oh, does he have a fully upgraded home? Yes, he does. Okay, he's got plenty of them. Yes, they are near coverage. He's got beach. He's got all kinds of stuff out on his map. Okay, so that's not it. Trust me, something is wrong with his game. Now, if anybody has a solution, please put it in the comments section below. As far as that goes, anybody wanting to know about the Black Friday sale, the part 3 is going to go up this morning right after this video. Okay? So if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subs, because then I can stream live for you guys directly from YouTube rather than that third-party app, which will make it a little more entertaining, I think, for me at least, so that I don't have to dink around with that stupid app. All right, you guys, I will see you here in a minute on the next video.